We have Mike from Fayetteville, North Carolina, patiently waiting on the phone. Mike, what's your question?
I have a 95 Dodge Neon with 146,000 miles on it. It leaks some oil and transmission fluid. I've had the timing belt replaced, but I want to give it a good overall tune-up. What should I do from here?
Okay, Mike, first of all, with a 95 model, it is in the era of vehicles that really don't have the quote-unquote tune-up that we used to have years ago when we had points and condensers and spark plugs that were replaced every 12,000 miles. As you're probably aware, spark plugs typically in later model vehicles go somewhere from 30 to 50,000 miles, and with platinum plugs or platinum-tipped plugs, they go 100,000 miles. So first of all, I want to just say when we use the term tune-up on more modern cars, it's more of a general term of maybe talking about restoring the proper performance by checking all the fluids and other components. Even though we do include spark plugs in that process, not as much of a process like it used to be in the whole ignition system upgrade like they did when they had contact points. So here's the key point. Let's go through all these real quick and talk about what the things are that you might check out. Mike, have you replaced spark plugs or plug wires recently?
Gosh, not since probably about 70,000, somewhere around there.
All right, well then there you go. Now you might be able to get away with going 40 or 50,000 miles, but that would be one of the first things we'd want to point out. Your plug wires and your plugs, even though we, like I said, we don't do those old-fashioned tune-ups, we do the replacement of components as they wear out. So the spark plugs probably are at that point. Check your owner's manual for the interval that should be for your vehicle.
Right.
O2 sensor, the oxygen sensor should be replaced at about 80, 90,000 miles. If it's over 100,000 miles, if you haven't replaced that, go ahead and replace the oxygen sensor as well. That's an important component to keep the engine operating efficiently. Plus, it affects fuel economy as well, Mike. Then your oil change, naturally keeping up your regular oil changes. Your fuel filter, your air cleaner, you want to be sure those are changed on a regular periodic basis. Your owner's manual also has the recommendation for that. And you talked about the timing belt. I imagine, Mike, you might have replaced the serpentine belt already?
Yes.
Okay, because as you go to the timing belt, frequently you're going to replace the drive belt for the pulleys. Obviously the alternator and water pump and so on all use that serpentine belt. Upper and lower radiator hose would be a good thing to check and replace. Lastly, I just want to point out about the fluids. The automatic transmission fluid should be flushed on a regular basis as well. If you haven't done that in 20 or 30,000 miles, definitely have the fluid and filter changed in your automatic transmission fluid. And lastly, Mike, you might want to flush out your brake fluid with fresh brake fluid and check the other fluid levels as well. That should help you out to keep your Neon glowing down the road, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you for your question and your call. 146,000 miles. Mike's already been doing well.